Welcome back, everyone. I'm joined now by our panel of experts to break down some of these races we've been talking about. We have Jessica Levinson, Loyola Law School professor, Sarah Sadwani, assistant professor of politics at Pomona College, and a member of California Citizens Redistricting Commission, and Zerev Yaroslavsky, longtime LA County supervisor, city council member, and current director of the Los Angeles Initiative at the UCLA Luskin School of Public Affairs. Thank you all for joining us and being with us today. Well, first of all, Zev, I'm going to throw the first question to you. When the sheriff was elected in 2018, I mean, it had been a century since an incumbent was ousted. What happened?
Well, I think it was a combination of things. I think he posed himself as a Democrat and as someone who sought and received the endorsement of the Democratic Party. He said he was a reformer and he was going to reform the department, which is something that his predecessor, Jim McDonnell, had done. Mm-hmm. And he sold everybody a bill of goods, and it was an embarrassment to the Democratic Party and to a lot of other people who supported him, not me. And the first thing he did when he became sheriff was began to dismantle the reforms that Jim McDonnell had put in. And he's been a controversial figure in flaunting the Constitution and the concept of constitutional policing almost from the day he came in. And that's, I think he's in a bit of trouble tonight. I mean, he's at 32% in the polls, yeah. And he's been at 32% for almost 4 years.
Sure.
So we'll see what happens tonight. But I think people are kind of fed up with that. They want a sheriff to be a law enforcement officer, to be a law enforcement executive who protects them and also does it in a constitutionally sound way. And there is no conflict between policing and constitutional policing. The two have to go hand in hand. And there's so many problems and scandals in the sheriff's department. Too long to start enumerating them now, and he hasn't been able to get his arms around it. In a way, he's our local version of Trump. He just denies facts. He doesn't tell the truth, and I think time is catching up to him.
Well, Sarah, 69% of voters voted against Villanueva in the primary. Yeah. I mean, where are these votes for the sheriff going to come from?
Yeah, at the primary stage, there were a host of candidates that were on the ballot.
Sure.
And so now, the key challenger to Villanueva is, of course, Robert Luna, the former chief from the city of Long Beach. I think at this point in time, Long Beach is on pretty solid footing. Yeah. I think many Angelenos are looking to the city of Long Beach for some of the leadership that has come from the city. And all of those candidates have actually given their support. All those candidates at the primary level have given their support to Luna at this point and giving him that boost. So I think it's a foregone conclusion to some extent. Of course, we never know for sure.
Sure.
But the writing is on the wall, as Zev has mentioned, that things aren't looking very good for Villanueva.
Well, Jessica, critics of Luna say he doesn't have the name recognition like Villanueva does. No one knows who he is. Does it matter at this point?
I think he's not Villanueva, and that's all the name recognition that he needs, frankly. I mean, you asked such a good question, which is, where are the votes for the sheriff going to come from? He's at 32%. Everybody running in the primary endorsed Luna, and so he just needs to not be Villanueva. Villanueva has enough name recognition for all of us. I think because there has been so many scandals with respect to the sheriff, because typically we wouldn't have a discussion about the sheriff. We wouldn't have a measure that says maybe the Board of Supervisors can fire the sheriff. Really, that's the best thing going for Luna.
Wow. Well, Zev, what do you think were the keys to victory for both men?
For both?
Yes.
You mean to get into the runoff?
Yes, exactly.
Well, I just associate myself with everything that Jessica just said. Yeah. He's the non-Villanueva. And, Long Beach is the second largest city in Los Angeles County. It's not West Hollywood or Claremont or Pomona. I guess I'll insult everybody. But it's the second largest city in the county and one of the biggest cities in the state of California. So, and he was the chief of police. He did a creditable job there. But at bottom, the incumbent sheriff has been nothing but an embarrassment, and worse than an embarrassment, he's taken the department backwards, and that's not good for the county. The county has paid out tens of millions of dollars in settlements because of things that the sheriff personally has done that were wrong, and that his women and men have done that were wrong. Because he doesn't hold them accountable within the department. And then what does he do to the people who do hold him accountable, the Oversight Commission? He accuses them of a crime they didn't commit. I mean, it's just, I think the people have had enough. Let's get back to law enforcement, policing, constitutionally done, and be done with him and put him in the rearview mirror.
All right. Jessica Levinson, Sarah Sadwani, Zev Yaroslavsky, thank you so much for your insight tonight. Really appreciate your help. And now a live look at the CBS Broadcast Center just outside. The newsroom is hard at work getting ready for our first results to start rolling in. KCAL 9 News at 8 starts in just a few minutes, so stay with us.